the comments. Path 10, your profile is a lead magnet. And people join before messaging me because my profile did the work. What do I mean by that? My profile has a CTA, call to action. Call to action. And people join because now what we could do is I can screen share Ray this quickly and I won't talk and Ray will talk instead because Ray knows about this, so he can deliver this. So we're gonna go enter full screen. Whoops, nope, wrong button. Share screen, allow screen sharing. There we go. And Ray's going to share his screen at any moment. He's going to share his screen regarding path 10. Your profile is a lead magnet and deliver on that because he understands how important it is.
Yes. Okay. I don't know if was someone just commenting on that? It looked like someone was. Evelyn. Nice. So maybe I'll get Evelyn to talk through this. So your profile is a lead magnet. So basically, if I look at any profile, that's an instant way that you can see, for one, what Andrew was talking about before, whether they're legit. If you look at someone's profile and there's nothing there, that's a bit of a red flag that you might look at as well. But as you can see there, it's people joined before messaging me because my profile did the work. And Eveline has a good comment actually around this. So she said, when someone clicks my profile, they should know instantly what I'm passionate about. Yeah, 100%. And the one action that I want them to take is to engage in the community. So the question is, how do you do that? How do you set up your profile so that people know exactly instantly what you're about, what you're passionate about? But more than that, what action they can take. What is the call to action? So that's good. So when someone clicks my profile, if other people watching this later, if you're commenting in here, when someone clicks my profile, they should instantly know. And what should they instantly know about you? And what is the one action you want them to take? So that one action is your call to action. It is uh, whatever it might be. Come and join and work with me, or work through whatever it is. But yeah, that helps you generate leads through your profile, because it's the first thing people look at, especially if you haven't joined yet, as Andrew was showing earlier. If you haven't joined yet, then uh, if your profile's dead, you might not even get in the community. You might not be accepted. So make sure your profile is up to date. I'll leave it there.
If you're not screen sharing, I think we can just talk back to back. Brilliant. So fantastic. So if you look at Evelyn's profile, not sharing your screen, but when you look at Evelyn's profile, there's no call to action. So Evelyn, what you want to do is put a call to action. Have you just fought cancer? Do have a call to action that someone's going to look at your profile and be like, oh, I'm beating cancer. I need to join this community to support and share my testimonial. And the key could be, the call to action could be DM me cure, DM me action, DM me I'm DM me I won. I beat cancer. So when you get that keyword, you know why someone wants to be a part of your community on evidence sake of your community. So I just wanted to just put that there. I will be responding to all your comments in the path. I know there'll be other people that will see these comments, and naturally, I had a message by Chris Tangredi, which is quite funny. He said, "Do you know that the last 6 messages you've posted, you post have said comment, but comments is off?" And I was like, oh, because I know he wanted to comment. I know so many people wanted to type first, but they couldn't, and they were like, "What's going on?" But this works in so many more ways than one if you think about it. Because when we're doing that, what does that do, Ray? What does that do when you're doing all of these paths are flying through and no one can comment on it? What does it cause?
FOMO, really. You're like, I want to comment. So you're creating that tension. You're creating that need to be involved and engage. So it actually, yeah, it works.
Exactly. And I had some messages, people like, oh, I can't access it, and sending me screenshots of why they couldn't access it. And I'm like, well, it's paid. You need to go into the classroom, book it, pay. So we're going to go on to, we are on path 10, which is really interesting how much people don't use their profile as a lead magnet. And one of the things is the Myers-Briggs type. Excuse me. If I just go into my settings and if I go to edit profile, your Myers-Briggs, and what I have to admit, despite the fact I've done this test a few years ago, I didn't understand what the hell Myers-Briggs was when I joined school. I looked at it, I was like, what's this code thing? I see all these codes. I'm like, I don't have no code to join. I've already joined. I didn't really think to myself, what was it? And then when I finally figured it out, I actually did, and I haven't got it available right now, but I actually did a breakdown of all of the community positions someone can have that goes alongside with the Myers-Briggs types. So that's something that a lot of people that have that on usually tend to be serious people on Skool. When they have a Myers-Briggs type on, it's really good. You also, one of the key things I have to say, and this is a problem in so many ways, is not having any social media. Make sure you have a link to one of your social medias that people can DM you, because you can only message people 10 times. If you have a hobby plan and you message people outside of your hobby plan, they leave your community, for example, you will then be cold DMing them. Now, what you want to be doing if people join in your hobby plan, you want to welcome, you want to invite, you want to welcome everyone individually as a welcome post in your community for one. That helps to give people the spotlight. The other thing you want to be doing is that when you've welcomed them in, whichever one works well for you, you want to go back and DM them because you've got a hobby plan. You have to manually DM them and let them know, thank you for joining my community. Have a conversation, break the ice. What's the point of people being in your community if you don't engage with them? Like, why? There's so many people that don't respond to DMs. It's bad culture. We don't encourage that. I will DM you. You know I'm in your DMs. Every single member in this community has had a DM for me as a hobby plan, but I've gone out of my way to DM you, and I've done a priority list as well. Who wants to get messages from me as a priority? Funny enough, people will say yes, but when you DM them, they say no. It's like, oh, well, you said yes. What's going on? But anyway, we're going to move on from there. So the other thing, yeah, links, having a social media connection to your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your TikTok, where your funnel, your page, but most importantly, somewhere where someone can message you, so important. You're literally flushing money down the toilet. If your business is, if your community is about making money, as in you have a business, you have a service that people can buy from you and solve a problem, then you really want to be making sure there's access to you. Okay, just want to make that crystal clear. Really, 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 really crystal clear. The other thing I want to mention as well, which is this is gold. If you're making money from if you've got communities that you've paid to join and you can earn anything from 10% to 50%, you really don't want them visible. You don't want them visible. You want to turn them off in settings. You don't want them visible. And this isn't covered in this class, this masterclass. We'll have to do another masterclass on that one. But I have done training on it. It's completely free. You can access it. And I'll make that available for people to find. But one of the most important things you want to take into account is this here. See these green squares?
Yeah.
Not these green squares, right here. That is
Yes.
activity. And if you see how active I am, solid green. You just click on it and it will tell you exactly how many activities in a day. There you go. And the most activities I've done in a day, I think, was roughly just under 1,000. You know, crazy numbers. I don't know when it was. Don't ask, quote unquote. I'll find it eventually. It's a bit hard to tap in on your screen, but I'm just watching on the time. And one of the things I want to just go back into is finally we have wrapped up 10. I just wanted to give you a little bit extra stuff that you just wouldn't have got from the paths that have been shared. No one got that, but this is so important that you make sure that your profile is got everything you need to pull people in, for them to engage with you, for them to connect with you. Very, very important. So we're going to go to the final path, which is path 11, and